Let's get started with today's story. Amanda and I had been married for 8 years. 8 years that felt stable, warm, and ordinary. We had 2 kids, and even though we had our ups and downs, I believed our foundation was strong. That was until last Saturday. We were invited to a party by one of Amanda's friends, Celeste. I didn't know Celeste all that well, but Amanda seemed excited about it. "Oh, it'll be fun," she'd said. With the kids staying at my mom's for the weekend, I didn't really have any excuse not to go. Amanda continued, "Come on, everyone will be there, and it'll be nice to do something different for once." I agreed, though, in hindsight, I wish I'd paid more attention to that different. So we went. The place was packed, and the music was already thumping. People were dancing, laughing, and drinks were flowing. On the surface, it looked like any other party, but as the night wore on, I started noticing things, the way people were eyeing each other, touching each other a little too openly. A guy I didn't know gave Amanda a grin that was too friendly, and she actually returned it. "Hey, Liam," Amanda nudged me. "Lighten up. Here, have a drink." She handed me a cocktail that was stronger than I expected, and I sipped it, trying to shake off the strange vibe I was picking up. Then came the announcement. Celeste's husband, Joe, gathered everyone in the living room, holding a huge glass bowl. "All right, everyone," he called out, "it's time for the raffle." People around me cheered, and Amanda's face lit up like a kid at Christmas. "Wait," I whispered to her. "What's this raffle thing about?" Before she could answer, Joe explained it all. "The wives, drop your keys in the bowl. Then, each husband will randomly pick one and spend the night with the woman whose key they drew. No strings attached." A murmur of excitement rippled through the crowd, and that's when it hit me. This was a swinger party. I looked at Amanda, wide-eyed. I had never been so mad at her before. I grabbed her by the arm and pulled her into the kitchen. "Did you know about this?" She looked back at me, not a hint of apology in her eyes. "Yes," she said simply, a small smirk tugging at her lips. I felt like the ground had fallen out from under me. "And you didn't think it was worth mentioning?" She shrugged. "I knew you'd freak out, and you wouldn't agree with it, so I didn't tell you. It's just one night, Liam. One night of fun. Couples do this all the time. They say it's good for the relationship. Amanda, this isn't what I signed up for. I thought we were here for a regular party, not whatever this is." She sighed, exasperated. "Look, it's just one night. We're here. Let's have some fun. You're blowing this out of proportion. Think about it. Both of us get to be with someone new, just for tonight. It's no big deal." No big deal. I nearly laughed at the absurdity. You really think me sleeping with someone else, or worse, you sleeping with someone else, is no big deal? Since when was that on the table in our marriage? Grab your purse. We're leaving. She crossed her arms, her face set in frustration. "Look, I'm tired of the routine, Liam. I feel invisible sometimes, like I'm just a mother and a wife. I need this night. I need to feel seen, to be desired." "So you want another man to make you feel seen and desired?" I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. "What about me? I thought that was my job." She looked away, her voice soft but firm. "It's just tonight. I'm not falling in love with anyone. It's not like that." I took a step back, trying to process her words. "And I'm supposed to just be okay with that?" She met my gaze, unflinching. "You don't understand. This isn't about love. It's just one night. It will actually be good for us. It will bring something new into our marriage." I shook my head, unable to believe what I was hearing. "We are leaving. Now?" I said, my voice trembling with rage. I dragged her back into the living room, each step fueled by pure anger. Everyone was gathered around the bowl, their eyes gleaming with excitement, eagerly waiting to pick their new partner for the night. Amanda tried to pull away, but I didn't let go. I turned to face the crowd, my voice shaking with fury. "I wasn't told what kind of party this was," I spat, glaring at everyone around us. "I'm not sharing my wife with anyone. Do you understand that? Not tonight, not ever. This is insane." I dug through the bowl and pulled out our house key, recognizing it by its red keychain. Holding it up for all to see, I said, "My marriage is sacred, and I don't condone this." There were a few murmurs from the crowd, but I didn't care. I turned to Amanda, who was livid, her face flushed with embarrassment. I gave her an ultimatum. "Amanda, it's your choice. But decide now. Come with me and leave this nonsense behind, or stay and never come home." "I'm leaving." The entire room fell silent as all eyes turned to Amanda. After a tense pause, she spoke, her voice tight with frustration. "I'm sorry for my husband's behavior," she said to the group. "I'd love to stay, but I suppose it's best if I leave." Begrudgingly, she followed me to the car. "You're insufferable," she hissed as we got in. "How could you embarrass me like that in front of everyone? We'll never be invited to another one of their parties." "Embarrass you?" I shot back, my voice trembling with anger. "What about how you embarrassed me by not telling me you planned to sleep with another man tonight? You could have picked another woman, and we both would have enjoyed ourselves." "I don't want another woman, Amanda. I've always been faithful to you, and I'm disgusted that after 8 years of marriage, you want to sleep with someone else." "It would only be once, Liam. Just one night out of all the nights we've shared. That's not much to ask, is it?" "It's a lot to ask," I snapped, my grip tightening on the steering wheel. "This isn't some small thing, Amanda. It's a big deal." I pulled over abruptly. "But if this means so much to you, then fine." I made a sharp U-turn and sped back toward Celeste's house. Amanda let out a yelp as I swerved the car. "What are you doing, Liam? If sleeping with another man is that important to you, then go ahead." I slammed the gas pedal, my tires screeching as I sped down the road. "There's still time for you to enjoy your adventure." Her face went pale. "What are you saying?" "I'm saying you can go ahead and join them, Amanda. Go find someone else to give you what I apparently can't." Amanda stared at me, her face pale in the dim glow of the streetlights. "Liam, stop the car!" she shouted, her voice filled with both fear and frustration. I kept my hand steady on the wheel, my jaw clenched so tightly it ached. "Isn't this what you wanted, Amanda?" I shot back. "A night of excitement? A break from our boring marriage?" "You don't understand," she cried. "I didn't mean for it to come to this." I pulled over suddenly, the tires screeching against the pavement. The car jerked to a stop on the side of the road. My heart was pounding in my chest. "Then what did you mean, Amanda?" I turned to her, my voice dangerously low. "Explain it to me. Make me understand why my wife wanted to sleep with another man and didn't think it was worth discussing." She swallowed hard, looking down at her hands. "I was curious, okay?" she admitted, her voice barely above a whisper. "I love you, but I wanted to see what it felt like. Just once. I thought it wouldn't mean anything." I let out a bitter laugh. "You thought it wouldn't mean anything? Amanda, it means everything. It means our vows, our trust, our entire marriage, everything we built together. It all means nothing to you." Tears welled in her eyes, but I didn't care. I was too angry, too betrayed to soften. "Liam, please," she whispered. "I chose to leave with you, didn't I? That should count for something." I shook my head. "You only left because I forced your hand. You hesitated, Amanda, you actually considered staying.